The large majority of people in the gaming community know who KontrolFreek is. And if you don't, they make products that help mainly with your accuracy. They have other products as well, but they help with your accuracy in games such as Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, all that kind of stuff. They have a ton of products around that. And just recently, they have put out the precision rings. As they state on the website, KontrolFreek precision rings are made from a unique material that adds resistance to your stock thumbsticks so you can take more accurate shots even at max in-game sensitivities. These rings, again, are supposed to help with your sensitivity, but overall help you from overshooting your target, because as you move your thumbstick to one side or the other, the elastic will get pushed down even more and causing more resistance, making it even harder to overshoot your target. Now, this sounded really good in theory, so I decided to get the mixed pack for $9.99. It comes with 2 medium rings and 2 hard rings. Now, when receiving this package, it was all pretty packaged, fairly nice, I would say. There's a non-reusable, small, pretty compact packing on the outside. And on the inside, there is a small plastic baggie that comes with all of your rings. Again, in my case, I ordered 2 medium and 2 hard rings so that I can try out both of them. Now, the medium rings are the purple rings, and the hard rings are the black rings. These rings are very, very elastic, and they are put around the inside of your thumbstick. I guess you could call it the shaft. I'm not really sure the term for it. Now, I did not have any troubles whatsoever when putting these actually on the thumbsticks. Again, just because they're so elastic and it's very easy. Where I first came into my first problem was when I put on the elastic ring, the precision rings. One of them went on sort of sideways. It was crooked, it was twisted, and for some reason this was extremely difficult to fix. I could not use my fingers just to untwist it in any way, shape, or form, just because it fits so tightly around the shaft of that thumbstick. And the only way that I got this to untwist was just by playing games, and it kind of just fixed itself. Although that seemed like a major inconvenience for me, I just kept on going and I tried to put that to the side. Now, I tested all of this on Modern Warfare because, of course, this is a Call of Duty channel, and that's just the game that I went with. Now, for my first few games, the first thing that I've realized is that you have to turn your sensitivity up a lot. When I say a lot, I'm not meaning from 4 to 8. I mean, I went from 5 to 16. From 5.5 to 16.16. Because it adds that much resistance. Which is honestly no big deal. It makes sense because it does add that resistance. And it feels just like it would with 5.5. So that was not a problem at all. Again, with my first few games with these on, I felt very bulky and it was really hard to run. You know, you push down your left thumbstick to run, and I couldn't really figure out why this was so difficult to run at first. But then I realized that most of the time when you're pushing down your thumbstick is moving in one direction. You have it in one direction, so it's pushing against the side of the controller when you're trying to push down to sprint. And this made it really difficult, and half the time my controller didn't even sprint, or my character didn't even sprint. But overall, my accuracy seemed pretty good. Nothing out of the usual, and my accuracy was unaffected by the bulkiness of my character that I felt. Now, I gave it the benefit of the doubt just because this was only the first hour or so, but after a few hours of playing, my movement did feel a little less bulky, but I could never get it to the point that it felt as crisp and clean as it was prior to putting these on, and I still found a little bit of trouble with sprinting. Now, again, I didn't find as much trouble, and maybe if I had used these for weeks or something, I could have somehow managed to not have any troubles with the sprinting at all. But these have not been something like the other KontrolFreek products where you just pop it on, play a couple games, and you're good to go. But because of all these problems, I was still losing gunfights that I shouldn't, even after a couple hours of playing, because of the bulkiness, the sprint, and just the overall feel of the game while using the precision rings. Also, with the precision rings, you're having to push harder, you're having to push down harder to sprint. And someone with carpal tunnel as myself, this has actually affected my carpal tunnel, making it worse than just the average game session, which definitely was a turnoff for me. Now, before I continue anymore, I must say that control freaks are really just something that is based on a person by person thing. What I am saying might not affect you at all. You might be just fine running these higher resistant precision rings. It might work for you really well, but so far at this point, it hasn't worked for me just quite how I needed it to. So now we got to the point of the uninstalling process. I wanted to try the hard resistance thumbsticks or the precision rings. And this is where I came even more trouble. Again, it's understandable, as I was talking about in the installing, how it's hard to take them off and rotate them. But at first, it literally took me 5 minutes to get off the first precision ring. From there, I was able to get the other precision ring off in roughly 30 seconds. I had to push up the thumbstick and wrap my nail around underneath it and pull it out. But I wish that it was a little easier to install and uninstall, but I'm not sure how they could have made that happen, so I can't really put that against them, as it is supposed to be tight around that thumbstick. Before we move on to the conclusion of this video, I'm actually going back and re-recording this portion. I was showing my brother these precision rings because I was seeing if he wanted them, as I'm never gonna use them again. But as I was putting them on and taking them off for only the second time, it ripped. You see this? The second time taking them off. Now, on their website, it does state that these can be used over and over and over again. Second time. Spent $10 on these. Played with them once. And they ripped. I don't know. But anyways, to conclude for this video, overall, again, I'm not a huge fan of these, especially now. Now that it's ripped, only got one use out of them. It's not for me. Although, again, I cannot tell you if it's going to work great for you or not, because it's all down to personal preference, your play style, how much you like resistance on your controller. If you're someone that overshoots a lot, I could see how these could be helpful in that aspect, but it's not going to end up correcting those fine-tuning shots on that player. It's not going to make you magically better in that aspect, which I feel like a lot of the times is where people struggle the most. Overall, I believe that this hindered my accuracy more than it brought it up. To end this off, I can't really recommend this product. I believe nothing against KontrolFreek. I believe that they have many great products. In fact, they say that these can go well with the thumbsticks that they have, if you guys want to try that out, if you already have any kind of KontrolFreek product. But this is a no for me, as it feels too bulky. I have more troubles than not. They've already ripped, and I just got them out today. Let me know if you guys end up ordering these. This is no kind of sponsored video, clearly, as I kind of just bashed them the whole time. Again, nothing against KontrolFreek. It's my honest review. Let me know if you guys end up getting it and your overall thoughts of it. Maybe it's completely different than mine and you recommend this to everybody, but I cannot from my personal experience. Anyways, thank you guys for watching my video. I do hope that this has helped you in some way, shape, or form, and maybe saved you a little bit of money. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.